Hi, welcome to this session. I am Dhruv, currently working as a support engineer at iMesh. Today we are going to learn about API usage and analytics with Envoy Gateway and see its demo. Let's go through the agenda. First, we will discuss the introduction to API usage and analytics. Then we will understand what API usage means in Envoy Gateway. Later, we will learn how the analytics are structured and move to the typical analytics use cases. After that, we will dive deep into the architecture. Then we can understand the prerequisites for the demo, followed by the PromQL queries used in the demo, and finally move to the demo. Envoy Gateway provides API usage and analytics through a combination of observability features that help monitor traffic, performance, and user behavior at the edge. First is the built-in metrics. It integrates with monitoring systems like Prometheus to expose detailed metrics such as request rates, latency, error rates, and throughput. These metrics help track API performance and capacity. Then, access logging. Envoy Gateway generates structured logs for every request and response. These logs include information like client IP, request path, status codes, and response times, enabling usage analysis and auditing. Distributed tracing, with support for tracing systems. It allows tracking requests across multiple services. This helps identify bottlenecks, latency issues, and service dependencies. And finally, the edge level visibility. Since Envoy Gateway operates at the edge, it provides a centralized view of all incoming API traffic, making it easier to analyze usage patterns, detect anomalies, and enforce policies. Next, let's understand the meaning of API usage in Envoy Gateway. API usage tracks HTTP request volume, latency percentiles, and error rates, exposing these via Prometheus-compatible metrics. It correlates metrics with Gateway API routes, allowing slicing by host, path, and backend service, providing detailed insights into backend cluster traffic for each route. Next, let's see how analytics are structured. Envoy Gateway structures analytics through metrics, access logs, and tracing. Metrics are exported for visualization in tools like Grafana. Structured access logs capture request details for analysis, and tracing integrates with systems like Jaeger for end-to-end visibility, aiding in debugging and latency analysis. Then we will see some typical analytics use cases. Operational analytics help monitor API uptime and detect issues like error spikes and slow endpoints. Business analytics, by enriching logs with user or tenant IDs, enable usage breakdowns by customer or product, aiding in product and monetization decisions. Next, let's understand the architecture. Here the diagram shows how metrics are collected and used in an Envoy Gateway setup. First is Envoy Proxy, data plane. Envoy runs as the proxy side of Envoy Gateway and serves HTTP traffic. It exposes a metrics endpoint in Prometheus format, emitting metrics like request count, latency, and error rates for each API route. Then, Prometheus server. Prometheus scrapes metrics from Envoy's as metrics endpoint at regular intervals. It stores time series data such as Envoy HTTP requests total, Envoy HTTP request duration, etc. for every API and backend. Next, Grafana, alerting. Grafana reads the stored metrics from Prometheus and draws dashboards, charts of API usage, latency, errors. Alerting systems can also consume the same data to trigger alerts when error rates or latencies cross thresholds. In short, Envoy produces metrics. Prometheus collects them. Grafana and alerting tools analyze them to give you API usage analytics and operational visibility. So this is the architecture. Next, we will discuss the prerequisites for the demo. Ensure you have a Kubernetes cluster set up with Kind, specifically version 1.34.1. Additionally, the Envoy Gateway should be at version 1.7.1 for compatibility with the demo requirements. Let's explore PromQL queries used in the demo. We calculate total requests per second using the rate of completed requests. For response codes, we sum by class over time. Error rate percentage is derived from the ratio of 4xx and 5xx responses to total completed requests. Active connections are tracked by total downstream connections. Now let's go to the demo. So let's start with the demo. In this demo, we are going to see how Envoy Gateway offers us the power of observability for both the control plane and the data plane, and also the Envoy Proxy instances, and that is the underlying technology for the Envoy Gateway. So we are using a Kind cluster. As you can see, we are using a Kind for this demo. And the first thing we will do is install the Envoy Gateway and install the Gateway API CID from the Envoy Gateway using the Helm. And we are using the latest version here, so let's just install it. Yeah. So now it is installed, as you can see. And we'll just view the pods, and as you can see, the Envoy Gateway and the Envoy Gateway. Control plane has started. It will come up. Let's see the Helm. It's deployed. Next thing we will deploy is the Gateway class, the gateway, the HTTP route, and the backend. For doing so, we'll just copy this command and paste it in the terminal and just run this. So let me just view the pods again. And as you can see, everything is running. And the data plane initializes. It will come up soon. Yeah, the data plane is up. Now, let's make sure that everything is working. We are not using any load balancer because it's a kind cluster. We will just port forward the Envoy Gateway data plane and see if our backend is working properly or not first. Yeah, so let's use this port switch to port forwarding. Now, to check that our backend is giving a response, as per need, we'll just copy this command and just curl into the local host with that port. And as you can see, the request is going through. And we are getting a status code of 200. Let's just take the logs of the Envoy Gateway data plane once. Yeah, as you can see, we're getting a status code of 200, a response code of 200. Now the next thing is we will install some add-ons. We will not be using OpenTelemetry here. Rather, we will use the Prometheus add-on and Grafana to view the metrics as per the demo. In order to do so, we will still again install Helm, means install the Prometheus and Grafana using Helm, and get the add-ons from the Helm chart of the Envoy Gateway resource. Let's see this now. It's deployed. Now let's just take the pods and see if they are running or not. Yes, they are up, but the Grafana one is still pending. I guess it will come up. Yes, every pod is up. Now to collect the metrics, as you can see, to apply the metrics using the Prometheus API, we will use this. Let's just go to another terminal and just paste this and just let's see. Yeah, this is the API response from the Prometheus, as you can see now. Next thing which we will set up is the Grafana one. So we'll skip the OpenTelemetry part and we'll be using Grafana and Prometheus for visualization and metric skipping. As you can see, this we have already used this command just now. Only to use Grafana, we just need to port forward the Grafana pod. As you can see, let me check the service if it's up or not. Yeah, so the Grafana one is up, and now we will just port forward procedural. Port forward monitoring service to Grafana. And let's use port 8080, and now localhost 8080. Yes, as you can see, these are some of the predefined Grafana dashboards which are already present when you will install the add-on. And now, as we have deployed everything in our cluster, and as we can see that the request is going through. Now, we will try to log into Grafana and configure, customize some metrics on the Envoy Gateway. In order to do that, I am using Claude to request these queries to mainly 4 panels that we will create using the queries. We will customize it. So let's open the invite and we'll open the Grafana once. And let's just start with importing our own dashboard. So the data source is Prometheus. In our case, we select Prometheus, and here we will use the code direct query. So for the first one, we will copy this and paste it here to see the total number of requests that are coming to the connection manager. So we'll just run this query. As you can see, it has only one response in our case, because I've sent only one request. So we will just set everything up, then we will verify it, how it's working and all. So this is the first one. So we'll use the stat here, that's the one we generated, so it's very low because we are just giving 2 or 3 responses. Let's just refresh this, and you can see, just 1 second, yeah. As you can see, it's visible that the number of requests is very low per second, and it's very low now. Let's just create the panels first. Then we'll try to and see how it's working. So let's name this total RPS here. Yes, let's just see, the next thing we want is the unit. We want to set the unit to a request per second. Yes, this one, and yeah, we are nearly done. I think we will save this one and name this the EG dashboard, for instance. Name this, then save this, and go back to the dashboard. Yes, the first one is set up, and next we will do the second one. We will add another panel here. So the second one is for the errors error code, so we will do the same thing. We'll paste the query here. Let's just run it. In the last 5 minutes, there are no errors. So just error response codes. There are no response codes for the last 5 minutes, yeah, now it came. So for the few requests which we sent, we'll keep it to time series and change the legend here to grab the request. 1 second. We will just customize it and change it here. Change the name here. Yeah, this is set. This is our legend. Let's refresh it. As you can see, we have sent a few requests and all the status codes are 200, so not much of a difference there. So now let's just name our panel and give it this status class. So this is done. Now we'll save this one. The second panel is also done. And let's just move it this one here. Yes, let's go to the third one, which we configure. It's for the error percent rate. We will do that. The same thing. We'll paste the query here to get the error response code we are doing, just for the error codes 4 and 5, and for the success. This one for the total one, and just dividing the error code for 4 and 5 and dividing it by the number of total responses to get the percent of the errors which are being reported. So this one would be for response. Let's go for gauge and let's set the 0 to green. And the thresholds which will be easier for us to visualize. Error rate percent will give this here. Where's the unit? Yes, let's just set to percent. Yeah. 0% at the moment. Okay, let's do this one. Let's keep red to 5 and the orange 1 to 4. Yes, so this is it. Let's change the color to orange. Yes, let's just add this one too, and let's just save this one. Now this one's also done, and the last one which we will configure is the number of active connections do that. We will add another panel here. Yes, we will just run the query. Yes, the total number of connections, we will change this to stat7. It's very low. We will obviously check this. Name on this one is total connections. So, we will just be using the AI to get the queries. So this one's done. We will just try to move this one here. Yeah, it's done. Set it to 5 minutes. And just use the commands. Just use this to fire some more requests. So let's just do this from here and change the port, and we are using 48 and not to example.com. And we'll fire some error codes too. Same, just change the port. We will change the wrong host. We will change the host name. And let's just see. Yes, let's just view the logs. So let's just fire some requests and run this one. Yeah, as you can see, we are generating a lot of responses. Now let's see the Grafana dashboard. Let's just refresh it. As you can see, it's already starting. Let's just refresh it. Yeah, you can see the error. It's the 400 responses are triggering, I guess. Yes, we saw the 200, the 400s are triggering. That's why. We can see that the error rate has increased to 28.2%. As you can see, most of them are 400s as we triggered them, most probably because the rate percent is more. Yes, you can see the number of requests per second is 4.5. And these are their codes. 200 is the maximum. Yeah. So that's it for configuring and customizing the Envoy proxy according to our needs. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment regarding the same.